Hi, I'm Chris Coven. I'm the founder of In the House, and we just had our monthly data privacy and cybersecurity discussion group at In the House. So I'm here with David Heckler, who's the co-host of this group, and also our guest, Ryan White, who's currently a partner and chair of the Cybersecurity and Data Privacy Department at the firm of Halpern, Ybarra, Gelberg, LLP. He also has a great background in both the public sector as a government, as a prosecutor, and also in the private sector. So David, why don't you take it from here and share the key takeaways?
Sure. Thanks, Chris. Welcome, Ryan. Ryan, when you decided that you wanted to work at the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Central District of California, after you'd worked for a couple of years as an associate at Latham and Watkins, did you have a special interest in cybersecurity or privacy, and was that part of your motivation?
So at the time, cybersecurity was just evolving and beginning, and data privacy wasn't much of a thing. I had witnessed a trial when I was in law school of a camcording defendant, and I was impressed by the prosecutors in that case. And at that time, that was my view of cyber. I soon learned after joining the cyber and intellectual property crime section that cyber has become a very different thing. It now involves nation state hacking. It involves international complex investigations. And so, yes, I had an interest in cyber, but I never could have imagined in my wildest dreams what I would be getting myself into and the rich and fulfilling career that I was able to have at the U.S. Attorney's Office working in cyber and intellectual property space.
Right, where you worked your way up to chairing that division on cybersecurity and privacy. And you spent more than 9.5 years there. After 9.5 years, you decided you wanted to go back into private practice, and you chose this litigation boutique with 17 lawyers. How and why did you decide to make that move?
Well, from the U.S. Attorney's side, I had accomplished everything that I wanted to. I had worked with fabulous attorneys and helped to shape the future of the cyber and intellectual property crime section and helped to turn it into one of the preeminent sections in the country. I had worked fantastic cases with fantastic prosecutors and agents, and I had built up my own litigation skills, tried many cases, argued and drafted many appeals. And so I felt like I had done what I wanted to do, what I went to the U.S. Attorney's Office to do. In terms of why I joined Halpern, Ybarra, Gelberg, it's really about the people and the platform. I joined because it is a mix of attorneys who come from the firm that I came from previously, as well as come from the Department of Justice, attorneys who I knew well and trusted and knew would be fantastic partners. And that on the platform front, that I would fit in very well with the work that they already had, but the firm was very eager for me to build on top of that, to layer an intellectual property practice and a cyber and data privacy practice on top of the practice that the firm already had. So from a people and a platform perspective, it felt like the right fit, and it's proven to be true.
There's a lot going on in this area now compared to when you first got involved, for sure. And in California in particular, you've got the CCPA and you've got a ballot issue, Proposition 24, that's on the ballot in November, and talk every year about a federal law that might preempt all state laws. But is there enough, do you think, in cybersecurity and privacy to really have you and your 3 colleagues you're working with occupied full-time or close to it just in this area?
I do think there's enough, precisely because cybersecurity and data privacy are not the same, but they are related fields that, as you mentioned, are just exploding and rapidly evolving. The CCPA just came on the books 9 months ago. The California Attorney General just issued the final regulations in mid-August, about a month ago. And so enforcement is coming on its way. We have a new ballot initiative, as well as potential federal legislation. This, and of course, the GDPR and other state laws, right? This is an area that has proven to be rapidly evolving, and I don't see the train slowing down anytime soon. And because of that, it creates opportunities for counsel to develop expertise and to provide critical services to potential clients that are wondering how to comply with this evolving patchwork of laws. So for sure, I think that there is enough work, and I would encourage any attorney interested in this space to be curious and to dig in and to develop a practice, because it is very rich and rewarding.
Good luck with it, Ryan.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, Ryan White and David Heckler. Ryan very generously, before we started recording, said he would be happy to share his email and his phone. So it's ryan.white@halpernmay.com and 213-402-1911. Anyone interested in his work or anyone interested in the house and what we do there can reach me also, chris@inthehouse.org. Well, thank you, gentlemen. That was a great session. I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.